Your furnace never stops, your bills are through the roof, and you're still cold. Every winter, feeding a wood stove feels like feeding a teenager, endless, exhausting and expensive. Now, step back 600 years. Monks in Poland, Germany and the Baltic had a solution that would make any modern heating system look prehistoric. They didn't have electricity or HVAC engineers, yet their buildings stayed warm for days on a single fire. What they knew, and what we forgot, is both brilliant and brutally efficient. Before we dive deeper, take a second to hit like, share, comment and subscribe to Warfront Survival. If you love uncovering history's overlooked survival secrets, this channel is for you. Now, let's get into the heat. The first breakthrough came from medieval builders who improved on the ancient Roman hypox system. Romans had underfloor heating, true, but it required near-constant fuel and labour. Monks in the 1400s took that idea and transformed it. They created massive thermal mass chambers using tons of stone and brick. Hot gases from a furnace didn't just escape up a chimney, they travelled through a maze of channels, under floors and up walls, surrendering heat to the masonry along the way. A single fire, lasting 4 hours, could keep a monastery dormitory at 65 degrees for nearly 3 full days. Efficiency like that is almost unimaginable today. The secret was simple but profound: thermal mass. The stone absorbed heat like a battery and released it slowly, providing steady warmth without constant stoking. Floors were raised on short brick pillars, allowing hot gases to circulate freely beneath, while walls incorporated vertical channels for even heat distribution. Builders learned through experience that dense stone like granite or sandstone held heat far better than porous limestone. Materials weren't just decoration, they determined whether a system could hold heat for hours or fail in 8. Mortar mattered too. Clay and lime mixtures sealed joints, preventing leaks and carbon monoxide hazards. In those times, even a small miscalculation could be deadly. Germany took these ideas further with the Kachalofen, the tile stove. First appearing in alpine regions around 1200 AD, these massive ceramic stoves could radiate gentle heat for 12 to 24 hours after a 90-minute fire. The magic was inside, a winding maze of channels that forced hot gases to surrender heat to the ceramic before reaching the chimney. Exhaust temperatures measured 300 degrees, compared to 900 degrees from a standard fireplace. The energy savings were astonishing. 1/5 of the fuel burned for the same warmth. The design wasn't just efficient, it was safe. Fireboxes opened into hallways for discreet stoking, and radiant heat warmed floors, furniture, and people evenly. Finnish engineers later refined the concept into the Contraflow stove. The fire's exhaust is forced up and down multiple times inside the stove, extracting nearly all the available heat. Exhaust leaves the chimney near room temperature, while the fire burns intensely. Efficiency ratings exceed 90%. One stove can heat an entire home through a brutal winter on just a few cords of wood. Austrian builders also innovated with the Grunden, a radiant masonry system that heated every surface to 140 to 160 degrees. Rooms felt warmer at lower air temperatures, improving comfort while reducing fuel use. Families even built bench seating around the stove base, combining warmth and functionality. There's even a simpler principle discovered later, known as the bell principle. Medieval German stoves like the Kachalofen accidentally applied it centuries before it was formally studied. A dome-shaped chamber traps hot gases at the top, forcing them to release heat before exiting at the bottom. This achieves the same warmth as complex channel stoves, with less material, faster build times, and simpler maintenance. The final evolution combines medieval principles with modern combustion science. The Batchbox rocket mass heater. It uses a super-hot combustion chamber to gasify wood, burning the gases a second time. The exhaust then travels through horizontal thermal mass, benches, floors, or raised masonry, storing heat like monks did centuries ago. A 1,500-square-foot home can be heated with a fraction of the wood a conventional stove consumes, and the system meets modern emissions standards. Medieval ingenuity plus modern chemistry produces efficiency neither era could achieve alone. Medieval builders also mastered passive solar heating without understanding the physics. Thick south-facing masonry walls, often dark and behind glass, absorbed sunlight during the day and slowly released it at night. This early trom wall concept could offset 60 to 70% of heating needs even in frigid climates. Builders intuitively understood insulation, thermal mass and solar gain centuries before engineers formalized the principles. Every one of these innovations demonstrates one simple truth. Medieval societies, despite technological limits, mastered energy efficiency through observation, trial, and careful construction. They prioritized materials, airflow, and radiant heat. They built systems that lasted centuries, systems modern homes still struggle to replicate. If you want to survive winter efficiently, there's a lot to learn from these old techniques. If you found this guide useful, take a moment to subscribe to Warfront Survival. Share it with someone who still burns through firewood like it's endless, and comment below with your favorite medieval heating trick. History isn't just stories, it's survival knowledge you can apply today.